Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be bringing you, I'm not really sure right now. At the moment, my skin is just being a little bit of a bitch and not really wanting to cooperate. So my thinking is that today I just want to do something really bold and really bright and colourful on my eyes to sort of draw attention from this situation. I mean, I do have a little bit of makeup on. It's just sort of the like summer routine that I've been doing lately, which is sort of like no makeup, which I have a video on and I will link it if you want to see that. But I just didn't want to do anything like really heavy, full coverage, like contour and everything, because like my skin's just not in that place right now. Although I do have on this really nice gloss at the moment. This is the L'Oreal Galaxy Holographic lip gloss. It's like got like a purple reflex, so I feel like maybe I want to do something a little bit purpley to go with that. Then maybe also something kind of gold, because I just got these new earrings and I never really wear earrings, but right now I'm kind of living for them, so purple and gold. What are we thinking? So I was just thinking to myself that I actually did do a purple and gold sort of halo eye look a while back. This was like a couple of years ago. And for some reason I never got around to filming a tutorial for it. So today might be that day. On the back of my hand, I'm literally just mixing my eyeshadow primer. It's the same concept as, you know, that P. Louise base that like everyone is talking about, which I do not have. So I'm literally just mixing together my Makeup Revolution concealer in C13, slightly lighter than my shade, with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance eyeshadow primer. Mix that on my back of my hand and then tap it onto my eye real quick, because the eyeshadow primer does make this set down really quickly, so if you don't blend it out, you're kind of screwed. And then I'm just going to blend it out with a sponge that I have dampened with some setting spray. Honestly, the mix of these three, this eyeshadow is going to be so pigmented and she ain't gonna move for years. This is what I've been doing lately and I don't think I can ever go back. So the first shade I'm going in with in my crease is from Freedom Makeup. It's one of their magnetic refill ones. I don't actually think it has a name, but if I find that out, I'll just list it in the description box with all the other products I'm using. I'm just going straight in with this, straight for the purple, because I want this to be really bright, really bold, really pigmented. Just taking a clean, really fluffy blending brush to blend out the edges. For my crease color, I'm going in with StarCrushed Minerals Audacious Plum, and this is a loose pigment eyeshadow, so I'm using this small sort of pencil brush to like stamp the color where I want it, and then I'm going to blend out after. Because this is so highly pigmented, if I try to go in too fast with like a big blending brush, I just end up with purple everywhere. It'd be really dark and intense and I'd look like I'd been punched in the face. So now the color's down, I'm just going in with my previous brush and gently blending it out. I will say that using a sticky base for your eyeshadow, although it does help the eyeshadows to be brighter and more pigmented, because once you put the eyeshadow down it does sort of just stick, it can make the eyeshadow slightly harder to blend out. So if you do struggle with that, then maybe you should stick to the method of setting your base with a powder and then going in on that dry base and layering up the shadows a little bit by little bit, because that will make it easier to blend. You just will probably use more product that way. And of course going back in with my big brush, small circular motions just to blend everything out. Now I do want to just soften out that top edge a little bit because I think it's a bit more intense for what I'm going for. So I'm just taking this light brown cool tone shadow, this is Happy Hour from NYX. On that same blending brush, I'm just going to lightly wash it over there. It doesn't make the hugest amount of difference, it just sort of makes it so it's not so harsh. See, I'm happy with that crease already. I remember back when I did this look and I was using a dry base, so like using my eyeshadow primer and setting it with powder, I would have had to go in with those eyeshadows like 3 or 4 times and layer them up to get this same level of pigmentation and blend, but this is the first time. And I'm happy with this, so we can move on to the lid already. So I'm starting with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Purple Velvet, and since this is going to be a halo eye, I'm only applying this to the outer and inner corners of my eyelid. But I am going to bring them quite far in because I want the lighter bit in the center to be still quite concentrated. For the center, I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. And then I'm just going to use my finger to tap over the edges to sort of superficially blend them together. This doesn't need to be perfect because this is just going to be the base for the eyeshadows. So over the top of that purple, I'm just packing on a corresponding shimmery eyeshadow. You can literally use any single one that you want to use. You don't have to use the one I'm using. And I have wet my brush with setting spray just to make sure I get the most sort of colour and shine out of it. So outer corner and inner corner as well. Don't worry about your lines being too precise. This isn't like a cut crease halo eye where everything has to be sharp and perfect. You just sort of get the colour on. Taking that pencil brush but with no additional product, I'm quickly just blending over the edges of that because I don't want any harsh lines in this. Now for the centre of the lid, I'm taking this Kiko Wet to Dry eyeshadow in the shade 228. It looks like this. It's sort of silvery but has a purple, not really duochrome, but sort of a purple like hue or tinge to it. It's really hard to explain. I just think it's quite a unique colour, and also the way it's pressed is stunning. So I'm just taking that on my finger and clean off the little mirror it has in there. And I'm just going to apply that directly to the centre of the eyelid. As you can see, it's just sort of, it's really quite different. I'm just taking the brush I used for the purple and just patting it over the edges where they connect, just to sort of blend the two together. And then just right on the tip of my brush, I've just taken the silver from that toothpaste palette and I'm going to put that right in the center, just to really amp up the halo effect and give the center of my eyelid a really high shine. So I just drawn a regular ass big old black wing liner. I didn't feel the need to show it on camera because, you know, you probably already know how to do that. But I did recently do a whole video dedicated to eyeliner, so if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a link for it and you can go and watch that. I really don't know where that accent just came from. Maybe it's the dungarees. Is that a little bit stereotypical? A little bit racist? I don't know. But anyway, I'm now just going to accent the black liner with a line of gold right over the top. I'm using the Vital Waterproof Dip eyeliner. This isn't glittery in any way. This is just straight up opaque metallic gold. I didn't really want it to be glittery. I'm going to stop talking because it requires intense concentration. I very lightly lined my lower lash line, waterline and lower lash line rather, and I'm just very lightly blending that out with the first shade we used in our crease. We're not doing too much to the lower lash line because we're adding glitter. But before we do that, I'm just quickly highlighting my inner corner with purple Horseshoe from the ABH Moonchild Glow Kit. So I can't really decide for the glitter whether I want to just go simple with like a little triangle or if I want to be really dramatic and go for like full-on tear. So I think I might just do one of each. So I'm taking this StarCrushed Minerals glue and I'm firstly just sort of squeezing it onto the center of my under eye, and then because this glue is quite watery, I can just sort of squeeze more out if it wants to come out and just let it run. What? Oh, okay, that was a lot. I don't want my tear to be that long, but you get what I mean. I can just let it do its own thing. Quickly just gonna dab off the excess because I don't need this much glue in my face. And then quickly before it dries, just gonna add, using this tiny little brush, the purple holographic glitter from NYX. I'm just kind of wiggling the brush a bit just to disperse the glitter a little bit more so it's not in like a perfect straight line. And then towards the end you want it to sort of taper off. My triangle isn't very precise, it sort of just looks like a fat tear, but oh well. Okay, so I've just applied purple mascara to my bottom lashes and some pretty large lashes to the top, as well as this purple bandana to sort of tie the whole look together, and that is it. That is it for the finished look. What do we think? I just think gold and purple is a really nice colour combination, and with these big lashes on, the gold is sort of, it's a little bit more subtle. Like you think it's just a boring black liner and then like I look down, it's like, oh, gold and shit. But yeah guys, that is it for the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching and I really hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you like this look as much as I do, and if you do, then let me know by liking this video and also telling me in the comments down below. And subscribe to my channel, that too. Please enjoy this little slow-mo outro of me feeling myself, and I shall see you next time.